It is 3:33 and we are going to get started with my latest presentation, Selling Your Home with Realtor Bryana. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I'm super excited to go over my latest presentation with you guys, Selling Your Home with Realtor Bryana. Okay, so the first step in this transaction is, what is your home worth? And how I calculate getting what your home is worth is through a CMA, which is called a Certified Market Analysis. This is a tool to basically compare your home to other properties that sold in the area in the last 6 months. So what does a CMA look like? This is an example of a CMA of one that I did just recently. So this CMA just brings up a cover photo cover page, and it just kind of welcomes you to the CMA that we get started with here. So pretty just like a cover, pretty much. Here we have the subject property. So for example, if you're looking to sell your home, we would have your home here. This is in Chicago. This is one of my latest sales that I have going on, one of the listings that I've done. And then these are the comparables. So these are properties that I compared it to. So for example, this one here shows how many rooms they are. So there's 11 rooms. I compared it to comp 1 that has 14. This one has 2, and comp 3 has 11. So they're pretty comparable here. And then the beds go from 7, 9, 6, and 7. They're pretty much around the same areas. And they talk about basically all the features of the home and how they are compared. So that is how I compared the properties from the subject property, and here are the comparables. As you can see, that the properties are pretty much similar to this property here. So we can't just compare properties that don't look alike. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It has to make sense in order for me to compare the properties and get you a home value. So here this continues, which is a CMA. Actually, I'm gonna push this back a little bit. These are the addresses, and it just gives you more information on what it sold for, and basically the beds, the closing dates. It just gives you more information into detail on the properties that I compared them to. And here are the locations. So when I compare my properties, I actually only do them like within a mile radius, because like I like to do it as close as possible. So as you can see, these 3 here are the closest ones from the subject property. This one is still pretty close. Here's the subject property. So we have them, you know, a few blocks away, but they still have to make sense. Sometimes there's not always enough properties to compare them to on the market, so you kind of got to push a little further out. So who do you need on your team when selling your home? So first of all, you need me. You need an attorney, and you will also need my transaction coordinator, which is actually, it's like a 2-in-1 with her. She's with me. And so you'll need your title company, and then for the buyer's side, their team is basically made up of their lender, their realtor, their attorney, inspectors, appraisers that are hired from the lender. And that's pretty much who's on our teams. And how we got things moving is basically from a team, guys. Like, it doesn't work without the team. We need everybody here to make it happen. So how long will it take me to sell your home? So I honestly run searches based on data, and that will let me know what or how long your home is going to sell for. So for example, my latest listing that I did in Chicago, the estimated time on the market was like 14 days. I sold it less than 14 days. It was like a week, but so that's what the stats were giving me, that the home in that area sells within 15 days. So basically what I do is I go here in my system and I do an area market survey, market stats report, and this is going to tell me how long your home is going to sell, or how long it will take for your home to sell. Who knows, it could even sell within a day. You guys know how the market is. Do you though? So yeah, that's how I get the stats on how long it will take me to sell your home. That's just general information, and it can sell quicker than the number that I essentially would give you based on the stats. So next in the process would be like, I just said like, ignore that. I would have failed my speech class if I just said that. Anyways, guys, so I'll go over a net sheet or any of your questions that you may have, like how much would you guys proceed off of it, how much it's gonna cost you, and basically your transfer taxes, your attorney fees, everything like that. We'll have a conversation based on all your questions and all the money that goes into it and all the money that you're going to receive from it. If you receive anything, because you could be in a position where you need a short sale team, but we're not going to get into that right now. If you do need help and you're in a short sale position, I can definitely help you. I'm actually working with somebody right now who is in a short sale position, and we're getting them through it. So don't worry about it. We'll figure out a way. So these are just some of my marketing strategies and how I am going to sell your home. And what I do is I hire a professional photographer, and we get beautiful listing photos of your home. They look amazing. So that's one of the things that I do. I also offer a open house event. So I will schedule an open house at the listing and invite everybody who may be interested in the home, and that will drive a lot of traffic in. Also too, when you list with me, so your listing will go on the MLS, and with that being said, like it goes all over listing websites like Zillow, Trulia, Realtor.com. So like they're basically going to be marketed anywhere consumers are looking for a home at. And also, the best step is putting that for sale sign in front of your home. You know, we got to get those signs up. Okay, so following step is there's a listing agreement. And a listing agreement would actually have to be signed in order for me to list your home on the market and advertise it, do all the things that I need to do in order to get your home sold. So basically a listing agreement is just a contract between you and I. Basically you agreeing, saying that I, Bryana Marino, am able to sell your home and list your home on the market. And that's basically what a listing agreement is just you allowing me to work for you, that you are hiring me to work for you. Okay, so next step. So you're like, yes, I want to work with you. You're the best realtor ever. I just want you to sell my home. Let's do it. All right, let's do it. Let's get this listing agreement signed. So my transaction coordinator will be taking care of all the documents that's needed to get signed, everything that's going to go into the MLS, like all the disclosures on your home, any information that's needed to sell your home will get through my transaction coordinator. She'll get all the listing paperwork done for you, and she will actually follow the transaction from start to finish. So that's basically what my transaction coordinator does. Like I said, a part of my marketing is professional photography. So this is what I had done on my latest listing in Chicago. We had professional photos done, and I create flyers, invite people to the open house. So this is kind of how it all looks like when I get to work. I make beautiful flyers like this, hire my photographer. She just does an amazing job. It looks absolutely beautiful. All right, so showings begin based on the time and days that you would allow people into your home. Or if the home is vacant, then that's great. We can have like all day showings from like 8 a.m. to 8 at night, whatever you guys prefer. And once an offer is received, we will go over it. Me, your attorney that you choose, will go over all the terms and conditions of the contract. That way you are fully aware of what is going on and what you're getting yourself into. And that's basically it. It's pretty simple when it comes to like showings, getting an offer accepted, stuff like that. It's actually very exciting. All right, great. Let's say we accepted the offer that came in on your home. Next steps are, this is pretty much going to be on the list, on the buyer's listing. Oh my God, excuse me, guys. On the buyer's agent side, they're going to take over. They're going to make sure that earnest money is turned in within 3 days of the contract. We're going to have a turn review based on the buyer's side and our side. So we also get an attorney review period, which is 5 days. And from there on out, it's up to the buyer if they would like to get an inspection done. We would have to allow them to get an inspection done during the contract period, date, and time. We have 5 days. So within 5 days, 5 business days, and they schedule a time and date for them to come in and do the inspection. My words are everywhere, guys. Bear with me. I'm just kind of like getting used to doing the presentation stuff. This is all new to me, but I'm super excited to be doing this, guys. Trust me, I love what I do, but this is all new to me, so bear with me if I make some mistakes. I'm just human. Okay, so after the inspection, we'll have the appraisal order based on the buyer's side. So the lender would order an appraisal to get your home appraised. And once that's done, basically everything is going to be done on the buyer's side for right now. And there I go using them again. We'll get a clear to close from them, and we'll have a closing date prior to that. Then we sign everything away. So before we get to closing, everything's processing. There's going to be some paperwork you need to sign just to make sure that we are on top of it, like getting transfer taxes taken care of, and just making sure that we are meeting certain deadlines as well with the contract, just so we're not the ones kind of dragging everything out. If there was repairs requested, we need to get those done. So it just kind of all depends on the transaction, because every transaction is different. I feel like we all do. So if I say it, it is what it is. I just remember being in speech class in college, and they would take points away from me for saying it all the time. But, you know, whatever. Just a little story for you guys. I actually got an A in that class at the end of the day. I went to IBCC, so if you guys went there, I know the speech guy. He was pretty cool. So, yeah, we're at processing the documents, everything from transfer taxes, and then we'll go over again the proceeds, how much you'll be paying in transfer taxes, the commission, how much you'd be paying out at the end in commission. But that's all disclosed in the beginning as well, so none of this should be new to you. We just kind of review it again before we get to closing, and there's like no surprises. What is next? Okay, so then we close on your property and everything is done. So that's pretty much the sales process. Like I said, there's always something that comes up in a deal, like maybe repairs or whatever the case may be. I will be there to help you guys out and to guide you guys to make sure that we get to the closing day and we're successful. But that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching my presentation. If you guys are interested in selling your home with me, definitely give me a call. Bryana Marino with Home Smart Realty Group, 815-250-2742. I definitely look forward to working with you guys. Thank you. You guys have a good day.